Right, so looking at Link, that has been massively range bound for well over a year. I actually shorted it from here down, and then I left my position because it started to chop around a little bit, and I noted that there was a slanting trend line here, so it was getting squeezed. This red line here is the big one that we needed to break through, because here we've got 3 times where it hit this point of resistance and just failed miserably. And once it broke through there, I was just like amazed that this is massive news, because for something to fail on this almighty scale for this amount of time, it shows huge bullishness for it to bash through straight through this point of resistance. And if you look, it didn't even bother to retest. It just carried on going. And I was about to take profit on it, and I thought, you know what, just be brave, follow the indicator, which I did, which is still keeping me in this trade. We've got a green ribbon, we've got huge volume buying in on Link, and so I'm just sitting it out now. I did actually even add to it. I put a little buy around sort of like this area, only small, so I had took profit at the red line. I took about 10% off, and I put the 10% back in. But this is big news as far as bullish sentiment going forward.
And you can see there that there's no divergences on Tiger. You know, it's just very nicely just moseying all up. It's not losing momentum.
It's just, you literally got in this trade perfectly. If you got in it there as the trend line, you could not have gotten any better. I mean, I plotted this. This is where I got in RNDR. I was so fortunate, looking at, you know, this demand box. But looking at Tiger there, you entered it perfectly, and you just still in it. You're just riding it all the way up. You know, there isn't any real reason to take profit, but I have taken it, you know, here, and here, literally, because I have a massive problem selling stuff. I just buy it. If it, you know, I'd be a hoarder if it were items. So this is really important for me to take profit and then buy back in, take profit and buy back in. It is really important for me to carry on doing this just for my trading abilities. And so this is what I've been doing. And I'm just so nicely in profit with this trade. You know, it's starting to get hot, but I've got still a fair amount in this trade, and I've got some cash, you know, that I can put back into it if need be. But if I get a sell signal, I will come completely out of this trade. Because in crypto, you could easily have 50% retrace on a run like this. It's a big run. 64% profit. It's nothing, that is it really, in crypto, I suppose. But like, you know, I would expect this up here at this level, 89% profit, you know, 100% profit there. There will be a pullback, maybe to somewhere around this 62%, you know, this line here. I think that, you know, you could see a nice healthy pullback, and then off it goes again. You know, there's not really, as well as renders a well thought about crypto asset as well. People have you know, there's a following. It doesn't seem to have much FUD around it. Can't believe I've just said that.
It's one of my bags, one of my biggest bags. I don't have that many alts, but this is probably my top bag. I basically went by the altcoins that have performed best this year, and it did. If you go back and let's see how it moved from January.
Oh wow, yeah, I got in this trade here.
You were lucky. You were good. You were on the ball in January.
Yeah, but I didn't sell it.
I was still asleep. I was still sleeping. I was still in hibernation. Oh, I did get in, and I was in BTC though.
So yeah.
So like, where did it go up to in the end? Like, so in June, where did it peak? Or what percentage?
Well, you got like just in one month, you went up 459%. Let me just squash me. I know that I failed to sell some of my RNDR because it's still on my ledger. Because I decided just to hodl away there, but 655%.
Yeah. Whenever I saw that, I just thought, you know, I'm just going to listen to that. You know, I'm going to listen to what the market's telling me, and I'm going to favor RNDR for this bull cycle. You know, so I've accumulated like you, and I did take a little bit of profit, but I'm still holding it back. And then whenever Tiger gives that buy signal, I bought more. You know, so wholly double my position, and I will trade half my bag. I will trade the other half just sitting on my ledger. You know, so yeah, all good for RNDR. Like, what are you thinking in terms of are you able to have a target for this rally, or are you just going to go by the indicators?
Going by indicators. I don't want to predict anything. It's just all I'm looking at is trading it, looking at history again, trading it, selling a bit off. Look at these massive swings. You know, you can have some decent like buys and sells in here, and just keep, you either, you know, sell the lot, buy it back in, sell the lot, buy it back in. You know, these supply and demand boxes are pretty much accurate, and or you sell off a portion and then just keep adding to your trade. I feel more comfortable personally. I don't like to get out of a trade fully because you never know if it's going to be as volatile as this again. It might just have this little smooth run up, and there's not really any chances to get in and out. But
I agree. That's why I split it, and I have some just sitting on my ledger, I don't touch it, and then some on the exchange that I trade with, because like you say, it doesn't always have the pullbacks you expect, even though the indicator is showing it. You know, there's so much strength in the market, so much strength in the asset, that it's like this, you know, demand is there to keep the price up. So basically, I suppose just having, you know, trading part and keeping part is like a hedge, isn't it? You know, you're not all in, all out. And also, I think it's also depends on your lifestyle and the amount of hours you have available to trade as well. So I think it's a good to be honest with yourself about realistically what kind of time can you give to these things as well. You know, I can only trade so many hours a day, so I take that into consideration as well. So that's why I just split it into the hodl pots and then the trading pots.
Yeah, looking at this, how this trade started last time, it's exactly the same. Look at this nice little move up, and then all of a sudden, bosh, and it starts to go ballistic. This is where it's nobody knows what's going to happen. But I've just calculated that was a 38% pullback, and this was like a 50-odd% pullback. You got to get out of that. This is what I'm now finding that I have to do, instead of just going, oh no, don't sell it because it's going to go up. I am going to be totally reliant on indicators that purely Tiger. Just
can you show Tiger for this? Can you show Tiger what Tiger did, what it showed?
So let me just try.
Let's see what Tiger did.
Oh,
got you out.
Absolutely obvious. Look at it. It's, if you don't listen to that, then you're stupid. And I'm talking to my son here. Like, there we go. You've got your top, and then it is.
So a Tiger, you can see histogram pulled so far away from the 0 point and also pulled so far away from the trend line. That's showing you a massive move. And then whenever the green started going to the lighter green, that's an indication that's losing strength, so that you could take a profit then.
Yeah.
And then when it starts to go to the yellow and the one, that those are exit signals.
Yeah.
Especially after that massive 500% run up, you know, there is going to be a significant pullback from that. Yeah. Especially that was just coming out of a bear market as well, you know.
Yeah. And then you would look, you'd probably stay out all around.
Probably stay out just to be cautious. BTC was, I think, trying to make its mind up there as well. So then once it comes up, once the histogram starting coming up to the 0, it's coming up to the trend line. It gives you more confidence to enter.
You've got a lovely entry there as well.
Plus, it's making higher lows. It's making higher lows as well.
Yeah.
And again.
Okay. Yeah. And then this is not as high, this one to this one.
Yeah, so there's very divergence there. Yeah.
Perfect crossover here to just get out.
Yeah. And then stay out that whole time.
It's magical. It's absolutely magical. And this is just perfect. So yeah, you're just daft if you don't take advice from this, then
I still think there's room to go. You know, it hasn't pulled away that much from the trend line. You know, if you draw a horizontal trend line from the other peaks back during the summer,
that back here,
see how far they went. Horizontal line or trend line. So if you go, just go to that first peak. See the peak there in April.
Oh yeah, this
there you go. There you go. Or that one. That one's high, but yeah. And then just go across, and you'll see. Yeah, bring it down. Yeah, just to be more conservative. Then go across. See, there's still quite a lot of room. Still quite a lot of room. I'm not saying it is going to reach that, but you know, you could also argue there's more strength now. There's more bullish momentum now. There's, you know, you know, there's never any guarantee, but I don't see there's very strong possibility it will, I think. And that might bring us up to that might bring us up to the previous high that was in June.
Yeah, this one here.
Yeah,
absolutely. That sort of must sort of give you confidence to think, well, this trade's not done. It's not done at all. To say what can be achieved, and I don't think this was even its biggest run. Look at that! Look, woohoo!
Yeah, and so that first trend line, I think, is a conservative. Let's see, does it hit there first? Does it get there first? You know, so exciting.
Yeah, absolutely,
that's good.
And you know, and it's daft. It's like when I was, I'm not a fan of. I've never traded Link for ages, years, and it was Link that when I saw that happen, something that's been range bound that amount of time to bash straight through it. That's what gave me like massive bullish sentiment, because like that's took some doing to get that thing out of its range. Same with Inge. I'll just quickly show you Inge. It's like, this is on the weekly. There's one there, 2, 3. It had never. So that's from January 2022. February, sorry. I mean, they're as near as perfect as far as a triple top goes.
Yeah.
Look, it didn't give them monkeys. It just went straight through it. And I'm like, this is big news now. It's really
it is. Things have changed. I think it's really important to take from this is to just be so careful as a trader and investor. Just be so careful about listening to the narrative that you're hearing on YouTube or crypto Twitter, or even, you know, mainstream news. You know, everything's doom and gloom. There's always wars and how many times I heard the word recession, interest rates. blah, 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 blah. And you just have the assumption that everything's awful, everything's going to go down, everything's dire. And it's not to say that we know what's going to happen, but what I would say is it's best to just go by the charts.
Yeah.
You know, and to learn trading analysis, to learn strategies, and, you know, to back test them, which just means spending hours. How many hours, Kat? Hours and hours, years and years, looking. And eventually you will see that these patterns or these setups, these indicators, they do get reliable indications about where price is going to go. It's as in it's going to go up, it's going to go down, it's going to go sideways. And over time, you just can put it all together and you feel confident, I'm going to take this trade, knowing that nothing is certain, nothing's guaranteed. The market owes you nothing. The market owes you nothing. But the probability of it going in a certain direction is high enough that you're willing to put money on the line and take the trade, even though there's war, even though everyone's worried about recession, even though people, you know, you're hearing things are going to go down, things are awful. The chart isn't telling you that. The indicators aren't telling you that, you know. And that's you know, in our group, you know, I've been banging the drum about about, you know, being careful about the amount of narrative that you're listening to, because it just will get in the way, I find.